DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All right, everybody, welcome in to Fresh Takes with Russo and Felice. I am Paul Russo. Nick Felice next to me as always. He's a man, he's a myth, he's a legend. He's a track star. Look, welcome to summer. Officially into the summer hours portion of the podcast.
That was a quick 2 weeks.
It was. And when we come back again in another couple, it's pretty much the Watkins Glen preview podcast and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy. Anyway, Midsummer Classic stuff. All Star Game for the MLB. Big Brother. Nick really wants to talk about Bradley Beal, so we'll be doing that.
It's 2025, and nobody cares about Bradley Beal.
All that and more. But first, a couple more of our sponsors, including Rock Industrial LLC, a family-owned business in Rochester, New York, providing expert industrial machinery repair services, offering cost-effective solutions for control system drives and servo motors, all backed by a 2-year warranty. Also stock thousands of new, used, and refurbished parts in their ISO-certified facility. You can pick up today and keep your machines moving. You can check them out at www.rockindustrial.com. And Perfect Pair Eatery, quality carry-out cuisine in Seneca Falls. Everything made fresh in-house. Smoked meats, comfort classics, desserts, and sweet treats, sure to please the entire family for lunch or dinner. They also have a business lunch special Monday and Tuesday. You can reach out at perfectpaireatery.com or call them at 315-712-4004 and look for the yellow door at 64 West Baird Street. So, the Clippers are assembling a super team of guys who have never won anything, so that's pretty interesting. It's
pretty normal.
See, yeah, completely normal. Really going after what the Lakers did in 2012, so you have to respect that. Do you want? Yeah, let's go. Let's start with the All-Star Weekend here. Obviously for baseball, we just get done with it, right? NL wins yesterday in a swing off. We'll get to that obviously in a few moments, but first, the Home Run Derby. Now look, we're big Home Run Derby guys. I argue, personally speaking, it's my favorite skill-based competition of every All-Star event, as it stands right now. I mean, look, like it would be something like the slam dunk contest.
I agree,
but like the players in the NBA have ruined the dunk contest incredibly. I mean, we got Mac McClung out here for God's sake.
3 years.
Anyway, this year we had. It was a rough. I don't want to make it sound like this was a horrible roster of people that we had. Just ended up being not a lot of the bigger names put themselves in. I thought it was great. We got to get an introduction on a wider stage for a few different guys, which again, more on that in a second. Anyway, with it, but. I mean, the Home Run Derby itself this year just got dragged down because the ESPN production was so bad. And it's pretty interesting. I kind of forgot they had the alt cast on ESPN2 for it, but even then, like, I'm all for it, but, like, I don't want to see the tail on the ball. You know what I mean? The computerized, the digital tail. So, like, people were upset with that to a degree, but, like, that's an alt cast, right? That's not the main broadcast. I could kind of care less what happens over there. Right. The main broadcast, though, I was just, man, I mean, bad taste in your mouth is probably an understatement for sure. I mean, it was just bad.
Yeah, that's the last, at least for a while now, it's going to be the last Home Run Derby on ESPN.
Yep.
Thank goodness, because they did a terrible job. They've done a terrible job.
More on that potentially in a second as well.
For a while now.
Yeah.
They haven't been great since Chris Berman was there.
Back.
With the old format as well. But Yeah, a lot of names you never heard of before. Matt Olson was the only one that's ever done it before, but 7 of these 8 guys, the only one that wasn't an All-Star this year was O'Neal Cruz, who hit a ball 513 feet
Right.
and had 9 of the 10 longest home runs in the Derby.
Right, and to that end, I guess it was a pretty good home run derby field in that sense,
Yes.
right?
It was a pretty good Derby. Home runs were down, but I don't really think of Atlanta's ballpark, Truist Park.
I don't think it's a hitter's park.
It's not.
technically.
Especially, we're going to talk about it in a second here, but Aranda on the swing off last night,
Yeah.
he crushed that ball the second swing he did.
Yeah.
But it was off the wall.
Right.
So, it's not really a hitter's park, but there are rare balls after that night. If you're one of the 3 people that have a Jazz Chisholm home run ball, that should be worth something.
It's weird. I don't normally, obviously, we've been over this. I don't feel bad for professional athletes in the sense of, like, I do feel bad for Jazz, though. And he even said afterwards, like, yeah, I wasn't changing my swing for the home run derby. And it goes back to what I mentioned, right? Look, people, you can mock him, I guess, right, to that end. But, like, don't blame him for being out there.
Yep.
I mean, again, we talked about this while watching the Derby, right? I mean, I guess we can't really blame, quote unquote, blame Judge. He's done it before, whatever. But, like, I mean, home run derby should really be guys like Judge, Ohtani, not your Chisholms. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough. The other guys all have some sort of pop, really, to be fair, going on. So, but to that end, too, Junior Caminero, who was the runner-up, right? But, I mean, I'm sitting there going, like, be really cool to have a guy like, I don't know who else you want to stick in that spot at this point, right? I don't know. I guess I just view it as something like home run derby should really be your... Not every All-Stars and Power guy. Like, I'm not dumb, whatever. But, like, should really be, those headlining guys. Or I don't mean to make it sound like B tier, but, like, to me, like, a guy like O'Neal Cruz, right, is like a really good example of, like, okay, this is a guy on the rise, does a lot of exciting stuff on the field. Like, here you go. Here's a stage.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
That's why he got the invite without making the All-Star team.
Right.
And he did put on a show. I mean, he was hitting some moonshots.
Yeah.
It had to have been something to watch,
Yeah.
actually being there. And, it's just how the format works. Cal Raleigh had a great second round. Had a great final round as well. I think Cal Raleigh would have ran away with this thing if he didn't bat right-handed in the first round.
No, I said that when we were watching. I'm, like, sitting there going, like, I understand why he's doing it, but, like, he was in such a groove, too, on the left side. Like, I would not have
And he didn't go back to
touched it, yeah.
And he pretty much had 2 great rounds in a row, 19 and 18 home runs, which is in that format with 27 swings or 27 pitches or 2 minutes, and with the bonus, that's pretty good numbers. It helped, that's what's good about it. Junior Caminero, a lot of people who didn't know him got to know him, and he has a great home run derby swing.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Matt, my brother Matt said this, kind of similar to Julio Rodriguez.
Kind of.
And they both kind of like, slowed down as the tournament went on, the event, the contest, and he almost pulled it out, but we ended both days with Tampa Bay Ray at the plate during Derby.
Yeah.
But he definitely showed up, and Buxton showed up in the first round. Didn't really show up in the second round.
Yeah.
But that's here and there. And but overall, I thought it was a good Derby. Got to know some names that we haven't known before. Cal Raleigh just made his name even bigger. My goodness, I mean, he's getting interviewed everywhere. Jazz Chisholm will be all right because he was named best dressed at the red carpet show the next day. So
Bling bling.
Things work out, and Derby wise, normal and pretty good, and can't wait to see another network actually carry it next year.
Yeah, 100%. Be interesting. Let's touch on that at the end of our All-Star Game discussion because I do think Fox probably just picks it up, or
Amazon.
If they look to split it up, the other option I'll save it for after this part. All-Star Game itself, was pretty much all NL for 8 innings. Well, maybe 7 innings to be fair, because the AL did kind of take a little bit of a chip there in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Brent Rooker got that pitch right down the middle.
I know. I loved his interview after, too, where it's just like, yeah, he threw 2 sliders, so I was really just banking on that one being a fastball.
And it was right dead center.
Yeah,
and he
dead red.
He hammered it.
Yeah.
But we almost saw the biggest comeback in All Star Game history, which was 5 previously. Yep. Still is 5.
Yep.
First time we've seen a high-scoring game like that in forever.
Yeah.
And it's been a while. I usually think All-Star Game 3-2, something like that. 6-6.
And the interesting part, right, because for a while it was, I wouldn't say it was a slog, right, but NL jumps out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning, is that way for a few innings, and they tag on another couple and another couple. And I'm sitting there going into what ended up being when the AL finally started to chip in a little bit there in the 7th. I'm sitting there going like, I don't know how good of a product this is for a casual sports viewer right now. And it ends up being, frankly, I get on Twitter, X, whatever the hell, and a lot of people who normally don't watch baseball were all in on the All-Star Game, even at that point. And I think the general consensus was, like, you can actually tell that these guys give a damn, And it's kind of funny because I think for us who are, like, the diehards, it's like, I don't know if they are giving a damn how much of it is, like, you can't really fake it in baseball. Right, you know what I mean? That's something we've talked about on here anyway. I don't want to get into that, but it ended up being, I think, a really good showcase the whole way through last night in terms of the on-field stuff that maybe baseball needs to help through this, what people call a dead time in sports, right? From now until really, frankly, Labor Day weekend when college football really fully gets going. And it ended up being, and it paid off really, really well. Interesting. Mix in a little bit non-all-star stuff here for a moment. Paul Skeens, was it 4 pitches yesterday over 100 miles per hour technically? And I know what people are saying. Paul, he threw 100. Well, they classified it as 100.8 or whatever the hell,
Yeah, you say that it's one sport where it's hard to not try.
Yeah.
The closest you can come from not trying is, I don't think Paul Skeens even threw one off-speed pitch.
Correct.
It was like all fastballs, and he's just throwing it in there.
I think all the pitchers last night, I mean, the perfect example of it, too, is that Rodriguez reliever for the Giants, who ended up giving up the home run to Rooker, but, like, his sliders are insane, right? I mean, they're some of the highest RPM pitches in the game right now, and he was throwing essentially nothing but sliders. These guys, right, they're going out and, like, we're going to give you literally our best pitch, like, and that's it,
They're showing off their best stuff.
Yeah.
And, Skeens dominate. I will say about the...
What was it? Skeens had 4 pitches so far this year, hit triple digits, and he had 4 yesterday.
Yeah, he hasn't been really 100 a lot this year, and he's really throwing it. And they probably juiced the radar guns yesterday just because it's the All-Star.
I don't think so.
Maybe, I don't know, but
I don't know. I mean, did you see some of the swing, like Riley Green's? I don't think they were juicing the guns there.
Yeah. Also, he knew he strike out. He never had a strikeout last year in the All-Star Game.
True.
So
Yeah.
And he strike out the 2 Tiger players there, and then gets Judge. Once again, the AL manager messed up. Last year, Judge was the cleanup hitter. Luckily, he got to face Judge. This year, Cal Raleigh's been one of the best hitters in the league, and he's been cleanup. Never got to face him. A little disappointing there, but nice work. I will say about Schoolbowl in the first inning, it's got to be hard to. I know that it's a game doesn't mean a lot. It's got to be hard to pitch with a microphone in your ear.
Well, and that's the other thing too here, where like Kershaw did pretty well with it, all things considered. I thought Schoolbowl, and this is the part that kind of sucks. I saw people like, why would they mic up Schoolbowl? I'm like, Schoolbowl's great with the media. I think it's just a matter of like for him, like he is so just intense on the mound that like for him, he's still young enough in his career that like I don't think you will get much out of him in those moments, right? Like it's just a tough kind of spot.
Also, you could disagree here, but I just think the National League starting lineup was just so much better than the American League starting lineup.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
A lot of good. The American League bench was pretty good. Yeah. Having Bobby Witt come off the bench.
Oh, I mean the bottom of the AL lineup in the ninth inning was kind of absurd, right? I mean it's Garcia, it's Witt. I know they flipped the order. Chisholm was at 1, and was Rooker 7th in the order or something like that, right? Like something stupid, you know.
Yeah, and so it was I felt like just in the early part, I thought Scooble faced some tougher hitters than Skeens. I know he faced Judge, but I don't know. Just felt like it was hard task for Scooble. But I'll take the win. Skeens did better.
Yeah. All right. So
should have got that matchup when they were playing a doubleheader.
I did have to laugh. I don't think you saw. FanDuel tweeted like, of course, Paul Skeens can't even get the win in the All Star Game, and I'm like, do they not understand how?
Matt had a funny joke. Brian Wu didn't pitch 6 innings yesterday.
It's fair. That's true. But it was like, well, it's just like, do they not understand how scoring works in baseball? Like, he would not have gotten the win anyway yesterday.
How did they give the win? I know they end up tying.
I think
6-6.
I think it's the way it is like in the regular season. I think it's whoever's technically at the 5th inning.
The 5th inning, really.
I think, yeah.
Who got the win last night? The guy who pitched last? Diaz technically got the win? Edwin Diaz?
Even though he blew it, yeah. No, wait. No, Diaz didn't. Wait, was that one run on? No, it was all on Suarez.
Suarez, yeah.
So I guess, yeah, Diaz would get the. Diaz did get the one.
Technically 6-6.
So Chapman got the loss. Oh, God. Chapman got the hold and the loss.
Yeah, Chapman did good.
Chapman got a hold and a loss.
I know. It's kind of crazy. He doesn't.
I wonder if that's actually true. Hold on.
Chapman didn't even give up, like, not even an honor run, but no runs at all.
Did he even let anybody on?
Might have.
Oh, yeah, he did. No, he didn't. Actually.
No, I think it was 1, 2, 3.
Hold on here. Let me pull up the.
He got the loss while giving up a run.
Can I pull up the box score? Box. Okay, here we go.
Or does the Yankee bullpen guy whatever get the loss?
The pitcher?
Yeah.
No, the pitcher for the AL is like the Yankees' first base coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He get the loss?
Chapman. Wait. They don't have anybody listed for a win or loss on here.
That's true. Just not going to have one.
Yeah. It is funny. Oh, no, Diaz did get the blown save technically.
Yeah, he blew it, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't give up the run, though.
True, right. No, they just have Dino Abel and I forget the name for the Yankee guy as pitcher 1 on each of the columns in the box.
There's no win or loss?
There's no win or loss. There's a lot of holds, though.
I think if I might be wrong, I'm also pretty positive that I'm right. Mm-hmm. I think Schwarber's the first guy to not even get a hit in the All Star game and win MVP.
Oh, he's got to be, yeah. It's a good call. Well,
he was 0 for 2.
Well, hit position wise, yeah.
He was 0 for 2 in the game,
right.
And didn't win. And he won MVP.
Yeah,
because he hit the 3 home runs. That's kind of crazy.
All right, yeah. Let's perfect transition, right? Schwarber, the swing off, first time it's ever been used in the All Star game. I think this was technically the second year it could have been done. I love it in concept. I think the way the MLB initially marketed it is right. Is like you're going to get your Judge versus Ohtani type moments that didn't happen, obviously.
There's rumors they weren't even there.
We can jump in on that, obviously, within this discussion. Overall, I think it worked great. Loved it. It's the All-Star game. Really, the only people I've seen complain for the most part are, that older generation that just assumes every change is bad.
Very similar to a soccer shootout.
Yeah, or hockey shootout even, right? Like, I don't mind it. Could you have played maybe one extra inning just to see what happened? Sure, whatever. I'm not going to really get into the semantics of like.
Well, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is like sure, whatever. I don't think it changed anything. I think at the end of the day, that was a really great way to just end an exhibition game, right? You're highlighting the stars of your league. It lived up to it for the most part. And when I say the most part, I think that we leave that door open for the discussion about who was in it and who shouldn't have been in it, or maybe not so much of that, but rather, why wasn't, your actual big stars doing it. But overall, I don't think the MLB probably could have asked for a better, frankly, ending probably for that game.
Yeah. I loved it. I think the only person in the entire world that wasn't rooting for it was Brendan Donovan, who was up at the plate with 2 outs.
Oh, my God.
And that ball, You remember
That might have been the most. That's probably the most baseball like way to like go into that ever. Right? Is just a stupid 3-footer that has so much English on it that it technically stays fair.
I watched it. I didn't think it was fair. It was close.
They didn't have a really great angle on it.
Brendan Donovan was pissed.
I think he's pissed off on the fact that like Kirk didn't just grab it initially, which like I understand it, but also if you're Alejandro Kirk, like you just dragged yourselves back into the opportunity to win a game, to win this game, right? Like, not to be that guy, right? But this goes into that, to me anyway, back to that conversation of like, you can't fake it in baseball. Like, yeah, he's going to let that thing get fair. As long as you're standing there, like, he's going to do that.
Yeah. But as a fan, I was rooting for it because I remembered that this was the rule. Mm-hmm. And we knew we had a good shot when Steve McQuan came up in the 9th. And he got the little dripper.
What a bat.
And he beat out this infield single, and he's a tough guy to strike out. So we're like, okay, we got a shot. You know, the play before, I believe it was
right.
Pete Alonso who made a nice play at first.
No, it was Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Yes. Made a nice play at first, kept the game going. So we got it, and I was super excited. And what was interesting about the telecast is they showed like Rooker and Pete Alonso warming up in the cages, but didn't ever really mention that there is like this home run derby swing off coming up.
Do you think? And I'm a big Joe Davis guy. Do you think that they were properly educated on how that was going to work? Because it sure didn't seem like
No,
it.
I don't think they knew.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew at all. Because you just don't. We've never seen anything like this before, and it's basically like a soccer shootout. But like you said, it's an exhibition game, and it felt like it was Major League Baseball, but it felt like it was just in the backyard, and they're like, okay, guys, we're tied after a certain amount of innings. Let's just end it with a home run derby. Yeah. It's like something you would do in the backyard, and obviously people are going to question the picks. It's like, not only do you pick Jonathan Aranda, why do you put him third? Yeah. And I know we've never seen it before. No one's ever had to strategize off of it. I think if it's next year and it happens again, you're going to strategize a little bit better because the third spot's very important.
Right, and the stuff that's come out now, the fact that you have Judge and Ohtani, I guess less of this effect Skeens did too, but like you're a pitcher, you don't necessarily have to worry about it. But like guys apparently who
and anybody can
started
hit this, even if you came out of the game,
started in the game, left, and took off. And Boone, you know what? It's weird. I'm going to be defending Boone here to this end, in this sense as well. But like Boone brought up a good point. You know, when you're managing the All Star Game, you know, you're kind of it's not an easy task because you have to handle teams' requests for what you can do with their players and stuff like that. So I get it, and my understanding was too they had to have these in initially like the day before. So like, I don't know, like Brent Rooker I thought was a great, obviously go for the AL there.
He got robbed the night before.
True.
We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't talk about that. We should have. Okay.
Where's the swing off there?
I mean, we always have joked about a kid robbing a home run in the home run derby, and then it finally happened, and now we're just like, oh wait, what do we do? Like,
I thought that ball was short. They called it a home run.
I don't think it was. Yeah. I think it was probably hitting off the top of the wall, but I don't think it was short. I mean, like the top of the wall.
No, I don't think it was getting out.
Oh, I think it was. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
But yeah, I mean, the NL clearly had a better trio, I guess, to go into that.
Oh yeah. I even said it to Matt. We were watching it. It was 3-1, and Schwarber's coming up. I was like. With Aranda versus Schwarber and Alonso, I like the National League still.
The AL, they really needed Randy to have one more there.
They should have had Rooker going last.
But that's a tough part, right? Where it goes into like, I mean, maybe this is part of the strategy play of it. Like, sure, but like. If you're Boone and you know what players are going to have available to you, would you rather just have him go first because at least you know he's guaranteed to go?
They got him the lead.
You know what I mean? right? Like, we didn't see, to be fair, we didn't see Alonso hit.
No, because Aranda needed at least
Right.
hit one.
Right.
And he came close on his second swing.
Right.
Off the top of the wall in right field.
And to be fair, like, hypothetically here, there's a possibility that the AL or NL would just go 6-0, 6-0, or hypothetically, like, the NL, say the AL doesn't hit any through the first two batters anyway, but the NL has 4, it's already over because it's only 3 swings. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know.
But no one's ever strategized for this.
No.
So it's just like...
Sounds like I have a little bit in my brain.
People know how it works now.
Yeah.
People want it now in the regular season.
I don't know about that.
Imagine that's how regular season... We had one like every night.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Swing off.
Don't know about that. I don't mind it for the All Star Game. Regular season, no.
They should do it after like 15 innings.
I mean, there are certain elements where I wouldn't hate maybe something similar. Like, I don't know. I like the whole golden at bat thing. I'm kind of on board with.
I'm not. I don't like it.
See, there you go. You're being an old head.
I am an old head.
We are, aren't we?
I don't like that at all.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest beef with this, right, and it goes back to maybe a little bit like what I said with Jazz in the home run derby is I don't think you can blame Miranda. I don't know how much you can fully blame Boone.
Blame the kid that robbed the home run in the home run derby.
Well, I'm talking about just, yeah, let's blame him. But, I mean, I just don't think, if you're the MLB, I don't think you can market that scenario as being like Judge versus Ohtani type stuff and not have either one of them clearly even remotely near the stadium.
But Schwarber obviously was a great pick.
Yeah, and Alonso would have been too, obviously. Rooker was a great pick. I understand Rosarena on paper.
Yep.
And
he hit one.
Yeah.
I mean, hitting one's good.
Yeah.
You only get 3 swings.
I feel bad that the elephants in the room are these 2 rookies who just don't have any idea what the hell they're doing out there, probably, to be totally honest.
And the defensive Kyle Stowers.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was going to be in this because Suarez got hurt.
Well, that's the crazy part, too, is Suarez gets beamed, stays in the game, and ends up probably having the best defensive play of the night.
Yeah.
Like.
That's right, the bare hand.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, overall, love the swing off. Love to see it back. I think it went over pretty well.
Yeah.
It was pretty organized. When I first heard about it, it's like, how unorganized is this going to be?
Yeah, they moved pretty quick, too, all things considered, because there is a little bit of setup they have to do and everything, but they moved pretty quick.
We did miss Rooker's first swing and his interview.
Locally speaking, yes. Yeah.
We saw Jeopardy.
Yep.
I got a little hooked on Jeopardy.
I didn't. Okay, yeah, before we get to Big Brother here, and I guess technically really the end of the podcast at that point, ESPN moving away from, or MLB moving away from ESPN with some of this baseball coverage stuff. Home Run Derby rights in the air for next year.
Yep.
I would say Clubhouse is probably Fox, only because they obviously do the World Series, they have the All Star Game, they have, frankly, the biggest national schedule of broadcast TV that has it. You mentioned Amazon, probably, for you would be an option. One option I kind of forgot about to a degree, but the other network that has postseason rights and national TV rights, but TBS I think could be a player in this.
It's true.
They already essentially use a lot of. I
could see.
I wouldn't say it's a skeleton crew, but they bill from MLB Network and Fox Talent for their broadcasts. I kind of like, frankly, the mix that they have a lot of nights, at least in studio. I think. Look, and we had this discussion too. I feel bad. I'm a big Carl Ravitch fan from back in the day, but
he's washed.
Boy, it was not a lot of energy in the Home Run Derby.
No, he was good back in the day.
And I don't think, I don't think he necessarily fits this bill. And look, like I said, I'm a big Joe Davis guy. I think he's great. I'm also a big Joe Buck guy. I don't think either one of those guys could call the Home Run Derby. That's just not their style.
No.
You know what I mean? I'd be intrigued to see what a Matt Vasgersian led Home Run Derby would be like, because we know he can bring energy when he needs to.
Yeah, I could see him doing it.
Yeah. So I think it'd be interesting, or maybe MLB frankly just kind of keeps it quote unquote in house and they just do MLB Network, which I wouldn't be opposed to.
I didn't think about that, but TBS I think could do it.
I think it's on the table. You know what I mean? And it'll just be all those things that we see how everything plays out, right? I mean,
we'll see if they do a better job with it.
Right.
than ESPN did the other night.
Yeah. So, hey, that's the end of
We
that.
don't need to see the pitcher.
No. All right, the other Midsummer Classic, Big Brother. We're in year 25 of Big Brother this year, season 27.
Season
Started
7.
what?
Season 7 for you.
Season 9 for you.
Yes.
Interesting season so far already. In the overall base of the structure of the season right now, and you maybe will disagree with how I phrase it, but not much has changed from this year to last year, in the sense of we still have the 3 nominees, at least here in the early part of the season. We're going to be doing frankly, I know what they're calling it. Essentially, it's the battle off a block type competition on Thursday nights.
Right before the
On
vote.
eviction night. Everything else kind of has stayed the same, right? Curveball here is they're doing this whole mystery type theme. We have, and this is an interesting part here, we have at the moment, and to me I think it's going to stay 17 house guests at the start here. I don't know if you saw online the interesting conspiracy theory, because the memory wall has an 18th photo where it's just the Big Brother logo right now, but I'm sitting there going like, well, they have to be even on each, so it could just be a 9 and 9 type deal.
that's what I think
Not people. I think it's that. I think people are overthinking it, frankly, at this point.
I think he's just trying to keep it even.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting start. It's only been 2 episodes. Got a 3rd episode tonight. The first veto of the season. Vince, the first HOH. I like Vince. I think he's done a good job in the first couple episodes.
Yep.
A lot better than the masked man, whoever that is. What's his name? What are they calling him? Hey, does he have a name? The masked man? Is that what we're just calling him?
I guess no, there was a technical, the mastermind.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he seems like he's the bad guy of the season, and he has an accomplice, which turned out to be Amy, who apparently is just a house guest, but had it been not unless she was chosen, she would have been out of the game right then and there. She wasn't chosen by the house, so she's in the game, so it creates 17 people, adding Rachel Riley, who played season 12 and won season
And
13.
There you go.
And is the winner of season
No
13.
disrespect.
And
Where's Brendan?
her husband. And she's a Big Brother legend and is back again for a 3rd time. And she doesn't really have much to prove, but she's here to try to win again, become the first ever 2-time champ.
It's funny you mentioned that, though, because she does feel like she does have something to prove, that she can actually play the game without anybody knowing, or, well, somebody that she knows in the house with her.
Yeah. She's kind of aligned with Amy so far. We saw it last episode.
Yeah.
Amy's been aligned with this Ashley girl could be in trouble this week, for what we know.
Well, yeah.
Because of Showergate.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to do spoiler alerts on here, because we're already a week into the season, so.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ashley used Vince's shower, who's the HOH for the first week, and she used it for about 2 hours, and that didn't rub very well with the house. He just got there. I think it was the first night, and she's using the shower for 2 hours, and the house kind of put her up. Vince, I don't think, was ever going to put her up, but the house really wanted her up. So that's why she's on the block with Amy, who's her friend. And then you got Zay, who's up there because kind of hurt him being second in the votes for the accomplice, Because Riley got 11 votes and Zay got 5 votes. But people know Riley's not the accomplice now. And then you got Zay here, who's second. People are still skeptical of him. Kind of really hurts him in the long haul.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, I know you kind of look into the feeds every now and then, and this year we had a delayed feed opening because of just the way everything played out in the house.
Never got to see Showergate.
Right, and I know for myself, I kind of keep up with some stuff online the best I can without getting spoiled and stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting kind of seeing how it played out. Very few, it felt like, picked up on the fact that the accomplice probably was going to be a woman. Mm-hmm. It was really weird how, frankly, the relative speaking of the house blocked up and more or less lined up with two people. Even the ones who thought that it was specifically or would have been a woman. That was the interesting part. I mean, like Lauren brought up, like, wouldn't it be a woman because it's uneven numbers?
So went with the house.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree with how you feel about Vince going with the house, feeling like there was the house. But like to that end, it's week 1. You have to make some kind of moves to a degree, but without really rocking the boat too much. I think a lot of it was just like everybody kind of the three up on the block right now for us that we know of, right? Because they had to have played Vito and stuff by now. Like, I'm not dumb, but like those 3 all gave reasons, frankly, for him to put them up, right? Like you mentioned, right? Zay was the other person who had some sort of bigger numbers backing him that he was the accomplice, right? You had Showergate, which weirded the rest of the house out. Maybe not so much Vince, but if you're him, you can kind of just clean your hands off of that, right? And then with Amy, obviously, the fact that she was close with Ashley,
He's using her as a pawn.
Correct. And I like that's the part to me that I kind of chuckled at, like when she was like, "Why would you put me up? Like you literally went into him and more or less made you a duo with her."
Yep.
I don't know what more you want from him at that point. So it's been an interesting opening, I guess, for them in the house, 10 days more or less, but for us, a week.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this on the podcast. We talked about it obviously when we were watching the show. It's a short-ish for us anyway season. We're looking at 83 days. We're already technically 9 to 10 in at the house itself anyway.
There's going to be a couple double evictions,
right.
I assume.
Yeah, so that's also, too, the one where it's like I have an issue with, like, where people think there's going to be another guest. I don't know how they would make this, like, either there'd be, like, 3 doubles or a triple with a double. Like, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot.
We don't have much time. We got to start getting rid of people.
Yeah.
We haven't got rid of anybody yet.
Yeah.
And, going back on the whole Lauren thing, she just didn't know which women it was, so she didn't really have any information on which one to pick. So she probably just went with the house, and I assume.
Which at that point you can't blame her, but like,
I don't know which one she went with, Riley or Zay. I can't remember,
right.
But Riley it's only been 1 episode, but Riley seems like he's recovered a little bit from being chosen to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Also, the first episode was kind of weird. Julie getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then actually being in the house, which was really strange.
Yeah, that whole deal was very weird. Also, the $10,000 for Zach, he can use to buy his safety.
That's a good power. That's a good power.
It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how he plays out. So that can give him essentially. And I agree with the one podcast I listened to involving this. I agree. Zach would really have to mess up to not at least see the jury house pretty much at this point.
Yeah.
At least on paper. Not saying that crazier things can't happen, but
Taryn made a good point. Who's on that podcast? It's like it would be more normal to see Julie in your living room than it is to see her in the house.
100%. Yes, absolutely.
It was very weird seeing her in that house.
That was like what the first one of only 3 times it's happened or something like that
in the house during the game.
Yeah. So,
but overall, good.
Yeah,
a little disappointed that it's only 83 days. I like the 99.
But for the gameplay element of it, I like it. It just keeps more of them on their toes than
Who's your pick to win it?
I don't know yet. That's
Jimmy?
the tough
Jimmy's
part.
in a good spot.
Jimmy, my main issue with Jimmy is I feel like him and Rachel are going to really be butting heads. So
I'm going with Kelly. Kelly's created a final 2.
I was with you, but I'm worried because she wanted to be used as a pawn.
Yeah, Vince didn't do it. She got a final 2 with Vince.
Yeah.
I'm going Kelly. She might lose Vince along the way, but I think she can find a way to create.
I hate picking somebody this early because there's really just no favorites. It's week 1. Anybody can technically go home, even though there's 5 with safety and whatever.
A lot of people safety. You knew Rachel would get safety.
Yeah.
For at least the first one.
I'm going to go a little bit, I think, off the board at the moment.
You're going Ava.
No, I'm going. Is it Catherine?
Blonde chick.
Yeah, the waitress. I'm gonna go with her. I like the way she handled herself during Showergate.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'm gonna go her
Okay.
at the moment.
Preseason locked in.
Lock it in. So all right. That's Big Brother, and that's pretty much the podcast for the day.
Yeah,
I love summer.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, appreciate it. Nick, who are you shouting out today?
I'm gonna shout out my Aunt Debbie. Her birthday is
29th?
29th birthday is next Thursday.
How about
The
it?
24th. I know it's a little early, but we're gone for a couple
Yeah.
weeks. Shout out Aunt Debbie.
There we go.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. That'll do it for the podcast. We'll be back at it again in 2 weeks. Summer hours. Gotta love it. Until then, we'll talk and enjoy the next few weeks, everybody.